Who do you think is going to win this match in Johannesburg? Hello, all you fans of African football. Yes, that is what I, Sahil, and my friend here, Rahi, are going to talk about today on the ISB show. Stick with us because we're talking about Nigeria and Bafana, South Africa. We're talking about this. Nigeria or South Africa who qualified directly. We're going to talk a lot about that, Rahi. Let me show something here. Let me show where things stand. So
but this could change.
You took my thunder. You stole my thunder right there. But yes, this is Group C of the African World Cup qualifiers. Right now, South Africa on 13 points.
Yeah.
Nigeria on 7. If you count and can do math, you can count that. That means there'll be a total of 10 games in this group for everyone. So a lot to play for still. But, Rahi, what we wanted to talk about first of all is there could be a South Africa points deduction. We had watched the Mamelodi Sundowns play in the Club World Cup. A little gentleman, not little, Teboho
Mokoena. Good player.
Did some things that were not supposed to be done. So, but we'll start there.
He did. And this wouldn't be African football without some drama, without some perhaps administrative situations. Played on the double yellow, should have been suspended and still played the game. Which means what, my friend? Which means that potentially a 3-goal deduction and a 3-point deduction, I believe. That's the way it works. Am I correct on that?
It is definitely a 3-point deduction.
I believe it's a 3-0 loss.
Yes, I think you're right. It's a 3-0 loss deduction as well, I believe.
So that's, as you can say, 6 points is the current gap between the Bafana and the Super Eagles.
Yes.
3 points could make a huge difference because they
put it back on there. Let's put it back on there so people can see. So that would mean 10 and 7.
Correct.
Only a 3-point difference.
And it would be very fascinating because they have one game where they have to play each other yet, right? So that could be the battle for the top of the group. We shall see. We don't know what's going to happen because, frankly, in this region, you never know what's going to happen. I have no idea. Is this going to come through? I don't know. But there's another storyline to discuss, and that's suspensions on the Nigerian side of the equation as well, right?
Yes. So what many of you probably don't know out there is that there are a lot of Nigerian players, I believe about 9 of them, sitting on yellow cards, which means, Rahi, in their previous match, before they play South Africa in this next round, by the way, everyone, it's coming up in the next round, so get ready. It's coming up. But before they play that, they have to play Rwanda. And if any of these guys gets a yellow, they would be sitting out the South Africa match.
Incredible, right? There's so many storylines and so much yet to happen. It all relies on suspensions, yellow cards, nothing that's going to happen between them on the field. What's going to happen before they even take the field. But once they do take the field, this is going to be incredibly interesting, particularly if the gap is only 3 points. My goodness, this will be the match to watch of the round for sure.
Yes, we will obviously talk about it more closer to the event, but we're going to do our early discussion now about the match because, Rahi, we saw the Mamelodi Sundowns in the Club World Cup, and a lot of that group are players that are on the South African national team, right?
Yeah.
Ikram Rainers, you have the goalie, Ronald Williams, you have a lot of players that make up that core group. And quite frankly, Mamelodi Sundowns performed pretty decently in the tournament, right?
They did.
Yeah.
And you have to say, the way they've played in this group and the recent games, South Africa has looked the better team, right?
Yes.
And you have to give them credit for performing the way they have. They're 6 points clear for a reason. But on the other side, Nigeria, I think, finally got a bit of a statement game or tournament under new manager Eric Schell. That, of course, was the friendly tournament, the Unity Cup in London. And that, to me, was maybe the big moment for this manager. Has he found out what he needs to do? So we're still yet early in his days, right? So what will happen in this game? It's not the same Nigeria team. It's a new manager. Perhaps you can be more optimistic as a Super Eagles fan.
Yeah, I think that's the really interesting thing about this is both teams, right, are coming off a little bit of a momentum boost, if you
Yep.
were to say it a little bit, right? The players that competed in a very major tournament, right, regardless of the fact that they didn't make it past the group phase, they actually tied Fluminense and kind of like dominated possession in that match, and that
Yep.
team made it to the semis, right?
Yep.
So,
Yep.
so you can see that they got good experience there, and Nigeria, like you talked about, the Unity Cup.
That makes a difference, right? The
Yeah.
challenge for Nigeria has been how do they play collectively?
Right.
The big advantage that South Africa has is that some of that Mamelodi team is the core of this team, so they understand how to play together. Nigeria, we've seen problems. How do they link up, right? We know how talented they are, but how do they link up together? I mean, think about the players. Of course, Osimhen, of course, Lukman, but can they put it all together? And that's the job of Eric Schell. Let's see.
Let us see. All right, Rahi. Very early, very early. But who do you think is going to win this match in Johannesburg?
I'm going to take the easy way out. I think it's a
Yeah.
draw in Johannesburg. And I also think that, unfortunately, the deduction doesn't come through. So I think South Africa cruises into the World Cup.
Oh, interesting. So I disagree with you on one point. The deduction will be coming through. I believe the deduction will be coming through. I'm also going to take the safe way out and say this is going to be a draw right now. But a lot can change between now and the match. We'll come back with another video from now until then. But I do believe the deduction will be coming through. I think it will be
Maybe
coming
you have
through.
some insider knowledge, huh?
I do. I talked to some inside people about this. But all right, fans of Bafana, and Super Eagles fans, let us know what you think about all these happenings that are going on. Will the deduction happen? Will it not happen? And who is going to win the all-important match in Johannesburg? Rahi, final thoughts as before we wrap up this video.
I love the drama. I love African football because I love the drama.
All right. For all of you out there, please subscribe to the channel. If you're enjoying these videos, keep watching African football, keep watching Nigeria, keep watching South Africa, and keep watching the beautiful game.